Hi, welcome to Invincible Publishers. Today we are with a very courageous and beautiful woman, Shally Gulshan Sharma, with her book June 25 On the Road to You. So, Miss Shally, I have this first question to you, which had really intrigued me. Why this title June 25? What's the story behind it?
Okay. Yeah, I have received this question from most of the people, like why you were more keen towards setting the title as June 25.
Yeah.
But this title is not just a mere date, or it is not targeting to a specific event. But if you'll see the subtitle as well, it says June 25 on the road to you. So it is a story which has many events, most pleasant, most unpleasant, and this story depicts how the characters in this book are going through those events, experiencing all that which they are not supposed to, and how this entire journey is leading them to a place where they finally achieve each other. They finally get victory on what they actually wanted to achieve. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a series of events. So it's a journey. It's not just a specific event. But this book wants the readers to understand and absorb every energy which every page is carrying with it.
Wow. Okay, and I really liked, certain poems that you have put in between the chapters. And on the back cover, there is a line: Suddenly I stop feeling my body. I stop feeling the pain in my scalp, the bruises over my face and body. Numbness takes over me completely, and all I can think about in that moment is George. So, is this book really inspired by your real life incidents, and how much of it is inspired by it?
Yeah, this book is inspired by my real life, and there's 20 to 30% fiction as well in this. And the poems which I have mentioned before the beginning of every chapter. So the poem means to give you a gist of what is coming in the next chapter, or it's giving you a hint that what the next chapter is talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So, in your real life and in this book, so finally, I don't wanna bust the mystery of this book, but I'm really curious of these incidents, which have happened. These were really cruel, like this stating of numbness and when you were hurted. So, what are the similarities in your real life, and is it an exact story of your real life, or is it somewhat inspired?
So as I said, it's 80% or 70% my real life, and it's 30 to 20% of fiction. And the book, what made me write this book was in your daily life you meet many people, many people who are still fighting to stand for themselves. Like you can relate with such people, like I can relate with such people, because I come from a conservative family, and there was a time when I could not even choose which dress I want to wear. But today, I would say I wanted to write this book because I wanted to reach out to many people, as many people as I can, and to just make them feel what is hidden inside them, the high level of energy which is hidden inside them. And love gives them a medium to to actually take stand for what they actually want. And I really want readers to not just read this book, but to feel it, to absorb its energy. And I believe that all of us might have experienced love for for someone who is very close to us. And you can also say that there are many long distance relationships where people are sitting in two different countries, but still this is the energy which is binding them together. So you have to feel this energy, and this is the energy which gives Sarah the power to take stand for herself and to actually say out loud what she wants. And she is ready to fight anyone, and to fight any circumstances or situations which is coming in her way, and she really wants to achieve what her heart desires for. So yeah.
Okay, so as I have come to know that you are a software project manager by profession, so how did you make time to write this book, and what was the basic driving reason that you had to write this book?
Yeah, so we all have a certain list of tasks, like a to-do task list,
bucket list,
which
kind of. Yeah.
which you want to do before you are 60 or before you are 80. So I do have a list of all these things which I want to do.
So what was that age? Before what?
So it was I think when I turned 22, I had this thing that I have to write a book. I have to write a book because you know you when you are like you feel that energy, like I want to write it now, because I don't want this emotion to change after a couple of days. Or many times, suppose if you graduated at Harvard today and you want to write a letter to your parents today, so the energy of words you will have at that specific moment will vary, as compared to like if you'll write that letter after 6 months or so. So it's very important to like put
Make
that
time
energy,
somehow.
make time somehow, and put that energy before it like starts fading away.
Okay.
So I felt that it was the right time, and I had to make time to just start writing the book. It was a busy and schedule. I used to come home around 8 or 9 at night, but still I used to work till late nights, like give 1 hour or 2 hour every day. And then another, like after I finished my book, the next part was like finding the right publisher. And the first thing I did was to find the best publishers in Gurgaon, because I didn't want to travel to other city or something. And then Invincible publisher was the first thing which came up. And I straight away called Ajay and I told him about my idea. He asked me to visit him, and he really liked it. And because I already published few research papers, so he could have a just like how I do have a hand in writing. So yeah, this is how I used to make time for it. And then the Invincible team was very supportive. They provided me with a good amount of help in editing the chapters and letting me know, like giving me a real-time feedback of how the story is appearing. So it
Thanks
was
to
very
Invincible.
yeah, it was very nice.
Okay, so my next question is, while writing this book, any inspiration or any support that you had in this journey, and any special people in your life which inspired you to write this, even in your journey itself, who supported you?
So the one person who is there to provide me with a constant support, constant motivation, and constant love is my husband. And he's been a best friend of mine, and someone who is always there. If you have something going on inside you, I can just tell him over a cup of coffee or over a glass of wine, and he's always there to understand the silliest things I have in my mind. Because many times I do a lot of stupid things, and he's still there to motivate me and to go forward. So I started writing this book as a diary. So I had a diary, I used to write it, and then he suggested me that why not to give it the picture of a book. So that's how he instilled motivation in me, and we finally started working together.
Wow.
For this. Yes.
Your love for him literally is seen in your eyes. Yeah. Okay, so any other projects that you are working on that we can like expect in future?
Yeah, so I am writing the next book. It is revolving not just two people, but it is revolving around many people. And there are many twists and turns which come during the end of this story. It is a mix of thrill and love, both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is inspired by the changing love stories, or I should say, like the definition of love has changed today for many people. For many people, it's just a matter of what they call as time pass, or what they say that I'm getting bored, why not get hitched with someone? And so the definition of love is changing. It's not a mere time pass, or it's not just you are feeling you've just come through a recent breakup and you want to like heal yourself, so you are like making you are actually making fun of other people's feelings. So this book, my next book inspired me to actually like bring into picture such kind of stories, and how people are unknowingly hurting each other's emotions, and how this is like creating a chain. Like if you hurt someone, they'll not be able to trust another person.
Yes, yes.
So like this picture is like this book is like depicting such kind of stories. Yes.
We wish you all the best for your next
Thank
book,
you.
and
Thank you.
this book is already a wonderful, bestseller kind of book. And June 25 on the road to you is a must read for you. And thank you so much, Shally, for coming here.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure coming
My-
here every
ours
time.
too.
Every time I come here, it's I feel Invincible team is so warm towards me. They treat me as if they treat me the best way possible, and they have helped me through every phase of completing this book. So thank you, Team Invincible.
Thank you so much.